Let's move on to our third main topic today. And our third main topic today gets sent in to us by Geeky Gator, who writes, "Hey, John and gang, just me today, unfortunately. The former Gambit director said he thinks the movie will never get made. Well, duh, that's pretty obvious, but I thought Channing Tatum was a great casting for the character, and he seemed very interested in it. Do you think Disney will keep him as the character when the X-Men arrive?" All right, thanks a lot for writing that in. And as a matter of fact, here's the thing. So Doug Liman, who was going to be the director for Gambit, one of the guys who was going to be the director for Gambit, they went through a couple. But Doug Liman was recently asked about it, and he said he doesn't think it's ever going to happen now. He said he hadn't heard anything new since before the merger even happened, so he's of the belief right now that he doesn't think it's going to happen. Which has become, to be fair to him, that has kind of become the general feeling amongst most of us movie fans that, yeah, this thing ain't happening anymore. And Fox was very certain for a while that it was happening. They even had him come out on stage at Comic-Con announcing him as Gambit and all that kind of stuff. Remember the pictures with him and Ryan Reynolds together and all this kind of stuff? They were going to do it. So yeah, Doug Liman says it's not going to happen. We all have been assuming for a while that it's not going to happen. All that kind of stuff. And you know what? I'm with you. I actually thought Channing Tatum used to be, I thought, the worst actor in Hollywood getting regular work. There was a period of time that I felt that Channing Tatum was simply the worst actor in Hollywood getting regular work. But he worked his ass off and busted his ass and busted his ass, and he got better and better and better. And to the point now that I actually get quite excited about seeing Channing Tatum and stuff. I think he's a really good performer now. I really do. And so when they announced him, I paused for a second. I went, you know what? When you think about it, I actually think that could be very good. I mean, obviously he can pull out the physicality of it. I mean, with his background, he's got the physicality for it. Great. And his acting has improved a hell of a lot. Is he a top 20 actor in the world today? No, but he's a very reliable performer now, I think. I actually look forward to seeing him stuff now. So I was all for it. However, it looks like it's not going to happen. Well, hold the phone on that for a second. Just hold that thought. Because I was recently talking to somebody generally connected to the situation. All right. And the topic of Gambit came up. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to tell you everything that happened in the conversation, but basically the message to me was, it's not dead. What got communicated to me was this concept of a Channing Tatum and a Gambit thing is not dead. Now, be very clear about this. Saying it's not dead is not the same as saying, oh, it's still going to happen. Saying it's not dead is nowhere near a statement of, you know what, there's still a good chance we're going to see Channing Tatum as Gambit. It's not dead does not mean the odds are it's going to happen. It doesn't. To me, it still means it is most likely not going to happen. I'm just saying that what was communicated to me was, don't put the final nail in it just yet. It's still not, at least over there are still some talks going on about it. It's still not dead. Now, that said, if I had to put $10 on whether or not I thought this Gambit movie was actually going to happen at this point, I, without hesitation, even after the conversation I've had, I would without hesitation put my $10 on that we're never going to see this. We'll see Gambit at some point, but we're never going to see this Channing Tatum incarnation as Gambit. I would put $10 on that. But I might not put $1 million on it. You know what I'm saying at this point? So, I don't know. Look, all I know is this. You can still count me as being one of the people that is still a little bit interested in seeing where they could go with this. And since they never did introduce Channing Tatum's Gambit while X-Men and everything was still under Fox, that means it's a clean slate for them. That means they don't have to retcon Gambit. They don't have to reboot Gambit. I mean, they've already retconned the Taylor Kitsch Gambit, so that's already done. But if Disney wanted to move forward with Channing Tatum as Gambit, there's no complications. It's not like, look, if you want, Wolverine, you can't bring over Hugh Jackman as Wolverine because we're rebooting the universe. They never had Channing Tatum as Gambit over there. So there is that possibility. Again, to be 100% clear, I still don't think this is going to happen. And even in the most optimistic way of looking at what was communicated to me, it still doesn't sound likely that it's going to happen. It's just that they just said, hey, it's not dead yet. There is still possible life in this thing. That doesn't sound very enthusiastic. That doesn't sound very certain to me, but at least it's something for us to keep our eyes on. Question is, guys, what do you think about that? Would you still be interested at this point in a Channing Tatum Gambit? Maybe you were never interested in the first place. Do you think it's still a possibility? Jump down in the comments section below and let me know your thoughts. All right.